You're on film, you're being recorded, so don't hit into them. That's your wife. Video doesn't lie, boys. Behave yourselves. How many of these have you done? My name is Gene Davis, and I am the golf course superintendent and general manager here at the Elk Rapids Golf Club, and this is my story. I would ride on the back of his two-wheeled pull cart like a horse, and he'd pull me down the fairway, and that was where I first was exposed to golf and fell in love with it. I had a fairly successful high school career and had some talks with some folks at Ferris about the PGM program, and I really just wanted to go to Michigan State and wanted to try to find a career in golf. I was never really a grounds crew kid. I didn't come up through the ranks like a lot of my colleagues and peers. So I was at Michigan State trying the operations side and kind of came up empty there, and I had a friend that was part of the agricultural crops and soil science building, and he asked me, have you ever heard of that turfgrass program at Michigan State? And I had no idea what he was talking about, which is ironic because I had played golf all my life and I had no idea what a superintendent was. It's like any parents, they didn't know what the market was or the job market was. So that was like my dad's first question was like, oh, how easy is it to get a job in that, you know? They were just happy I finally figured, kind of landed on something. I spent a couple years, doing gen ed classes, and they were kind of like, what's Gene gonna do with his life here? They knew there was nothing gonna stop me from pursuing golf in some way. I've been a member for a long time. This is actually the start of my third term on the board and as president. And really, there's so many things that I get from it, but the networking is huge. Working with the board has been such a pleasure. Getting to know guys from different corners of the state that maybe I wouldn't normally, have a chance to learn from and to communicate with, and just kind of hear some of their innovative things that they're doing. Oh boy, how much time do you have? Elk Rapids, like I said, it's home. I went away to Michigan State for 5 years. Attempted shortly to take a job on the East Coast, and something came over me that said I needed to be back here, and kind of a homebody in general, and I'm fully aware of that and will admit it, but hard to beat. If you go right up the north end of this lake 2 miles, that's where my folks still have a place on the lake. I think we can pull this off. I'm 100% happiest outdoors. Freedom and invigorating, seeing the sunrise every morning. Obviously fresh air is, I think, super important. And yeah, when you live in a place like this, if you don't take full advantage of the outdoor recreation, you're wasting years for sure. Access to water is something that's definitely ingrained in our DNA if you're part of it. My in-laws actually live 2 doors down from me. We love being so close to them and having that. We call it the compound over there. I could text just about every house that goes down this point because I know all of them. I'm very passionate and invested in the community. Really want to promote and help the year-round residents in this area thrive. 3 children, ages 9, 13, and 17. Been married to my wife for over 20 years now, high school sweethearts. She teaches elementary school, pretty convenient to drive the cart over there and go to the school picnic and walk back, and nobody knows I'm gone. Especially with when we had our youngest, it was part of the reason I actually took the job. I was kind of daddy daycare for those winter months, and it was great for me because I got to like I said, I got to kind of play that role, be part of his upbringing. So that was, super special. Currently, playing with an outfit with the Braxton Hicks and Contractions. Just playing drums my whole life, really starting in middle school. I won't say my stage name because I don't know if it's appropriate for the video, but like I said, it's like my favorite thing in the world to do. So I'll just introduce you real quick. Hey. There she is. Say hi. She's a female Leo. I know it's a long story. She's a goose chaser. We being on the lake, we have geese. She's got her own spotlight on the website, so. It was always like you walked to the first tee and it was like, no, don't, can't. Can we just put a thank you for coming sign up? I think our membership is an extremely proud membership, a lot of rich history, but we are semi-private and we also welcome public play. You can imagine we were operating 18,000 rounds a year out of here, which was cool. It was, you know, it served its purpose. It's super rewarding. Obviously, we pulled it off, and it's fantastic. I really champion and like to brag about the efficiencies that I have because of the team I've built. It's a cool little small property, so it's a lot easier for me to be able to achieve that.
Inspired by MiStory? Shop migolf.store. The MI Golf logo is where golfers' passion meets our profession. Buying and wearing from migolf.store helps directly support golf course superintendents here in Michigan with education and scholarships, supporting the people who are the foundation of the game you love.
When I took the job here, my goal was really to just focus on building a good team that would allow me to do my thing here, provide the club what they needed, but also be able to coach baseball and be able to have the winters off and ski with my kids as much as I can. The golf business is a grind, and especially in a season here in northern Michigan where ultimately we have about 3 months. You've got to zoom out and look at the big picture and realize that I definitely don't live to work, I work to live, so have that balance is very, very important.